Okay. No. I don't. I don't. I was gonna do intro, but I don't like how I did the intro last. You know, I'm just gonna talk.
Fucking gave you a chair.
That's not mine. That's fucking Kirkendall broke that shit.
Surprise.
Yeah, the door was fucking broke when I came back. But so the mass shooting that happened yesterday. I didn't see about it on like kinda seen it on Instagram, not really, but everything I feel like it's just normalized. They just shoot up. Oh well, no, another 20 people dead.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not even that big of a deal anymore. Cause I didn't see it on Instagram like at all. Like,
Yeah, I just seen it on Twitter because it was trending.
yeah.
Only reason I saw it is I'm from Illinois and I have like a Facebook like group chat like Illinois news. It's the only reason I saw it. I didn't even know it happened.
Wow.
I feel like
It's just
they don't really care that much
no,
because it's just like
it's normal now. It's normalized.
I seen like because they they classify like a mass shooting as like I think it's like there's like different definitions. Some of them say like 3 or more killed, and then other ones say like 4 or more. So, but I seen something that said it was like there's been like 200 since 2022 started.
Wow.
It's sad.
And then freaking, I think, cause I was looking into it, it was like the ages were like from like 8 to like 85 of all who got like
That one, in, I don't
that
know.
one in Chicago was like ages ranges from like 8 to 85.
I don't know where the one like Ray shot up at the supermarket. One that happened like a month ago or something.
Yeah, like a month ago. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I seen that video. That was crazy.
Yeah, I seen the video of that one too.
He
I was
like double tapped the lady on the ground. And,
yeah, like he legit just like rolled out of the car easy, shot the first person, went in the store and just fucking just started laying around.
And you see it now, like nobody's talking about it.
yeah,
Nobody's
just
talking.
like
Everybody cares about the whole abortion law, which like yes, that's a huge like thing, piece of news, but I think this is way more important. It's just like
yeah,
this is people that are actually alive.
and are dying because people just shooting up places for no reason.
Because they have mental issues and they don't know how to face them.
Exactly.
Oh, I think a lot of the mass shootings, like they can. I feel like once they bring out all the details, I feel like there's a lot of ways they can prevent them from happening. Because I feel like because there's like some where I think Columbine, for example, like the kid went to school with a bunch of guns. Like he had guns in a bag, and like went and bought guns from the store. And like I feel like as a parent, if he doesn't usually bring like a big duffel bag to school, that should be like a red flag or something. But,
And you even like the school cops, but the school cops will just look at it and be like,
bro,
oh.
there's a video. It's an hour long. I didn't watch it because I didn't really care. But it was like it, and I seen this. I don't know. I'll try to pull it up, but there was like this timeline of when, of like how long it took until they killed the shooter for the elementary school. It was crazy. It was forever. It took them forever. And the guard was armed, which is the crazy part. You have a armed guard at a school,
Yeah.
and he just let somebody walk in and just start massacring people, little kids. That one was really sad. It's like they're so innocent.
Exactly.
There's nothing they can do. You know, I read a story. It was a little girl. She's 10 years old. You know, she had to lay on the ground and cover herself in her classmate's blood. so she didn't get killed.
Wow.
You're 10.
10-year,
I don't remember what I was doing when I was
Yeah,
10. I was probably
a 10-year-old.
still learning how to wipe my ass.
Exactly. I wouldn't. That's a pretty smart 10-year-old. 'Cause, I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't think that.
Most definitely not.
But I used to always think in school, like, like they come in this building and I see him, and his back is turned. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I'm like fucking.
I'm a boom.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna stop. I don't think it's ever gonna stop because you can stop it, but I think there's ways to lessen it.
Exactly.
Because there's no reason he should have been able to kill that many people with an armed police officer or security guard or whatever in the building.
But freaking, I guess I don't know. For some reason, I guess in the police's mind or the armed guard or whatever the case is, fucking, they feel like if they like start shooting back or whatever the case is, that it might put other people in jeopardy. But at the same time, it's like this motherfucker's laying down people, so like.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
should.
people are laying down, like, there's not going to be, like, a hall full of people, and he's just walking by, shooting one, shooting.
Yeah.
It's going to be empty. It's just going to be him walking down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just needs to be coordinated. It's not like, I think that they don't even know how to react to it. There's no drill for it.
Exactly, because these like school shooter drills, whatever the case is, I mean, like, who really is gonna actually follow that? You know, because I never followed that shit in school.
Right.
Like nobody follows the drills in school. Where
And like, you lock the door. If you have a gun, you can just shoot
through the fucking
door.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so. Let's see how long it took. I think it took like an hour. So at 11:31, the suspect approaches the school through a parking lot. Patrol vehicles arrive at the scene of the funeral home. 11:31. The officer sped towards who he thought was a gunman, but turned out to be a teacher, not the suspect. The gunman fires multiple rounds at the exterior of the school. I feel like that.
Right there.
Yeah, that right there should have been.
You could detain him easily.
Exactly. So he enters at 11:33. Then 3 police department officers enter the school using the same door as the shooter. They were later followed by 3 other, total of 7 officers in the school, including 2 with rifles. 2 sustained grazing wounds from the gunman who was firing down the hallway behind a closed door. It seemed like it took an hour for them. I feel like 7 police officers is definitely enough to take down one person.
Exactly.
Who am I?
This ain't the movies. 100%. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Think about.
like, cause that's the police officer's sole purpose in life is to stop things from happening like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like whenever they mess up, it's just like, oh, he wasn't thinking straight.
Yeah.
But you got a surgeon who does the same thing. He does that for a living, and he messes up when now he's murdered.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, police officers are let off the hook so easily in that case. Not saying that, like, in my situation, if I were to look at that, I might have done the same thing. I might have done worse. But I just don't think they're held accountable enough. Like, yeah, you were the reason that 7 children died.
Yeah.
I don't think they just get away down.
Because you could, I feel like they definitely could have prevented.
Even if it was like from 7 children dead to 6 children dead,
Yeah.
he definitely could have prevented at least one.
Because it's just, I just feel like it's too much error in between.
Yeah. And I feel like cops should get let off the hook because I mean they're just cops.
Like, oh well,
Yeah, they're just like, oh well, freaking.
Sweet. I don't think. Also, I don't think they teach them enough in training,
Mm-hmm.
like about mass shooting. So I think that should also be something that they should.
And mental health and signs and
Yeah.
like if you're an armed guard at like a school and you see this kid dressed up in all black and all this stuff all by himself, I mean you should take the initiative to be like, hey, maybe this kid's not right, and then mental health and there's all these things set up for them, but they just don't care. They just do that. At the end of the
I
day, they're
think-
collecting a paycheck too.
Exactly.
I feel like also not just cops, just people in general don't see the signs because like I don't probably social media because they just act like oh it's whatever, like act as a joke. Like if somebody says I'm gonna shoot up the school, people take it as a joke
Mm-hmm.
until that actually happens. Then it's like oh I didn't know he was actually serious.
I'm gonna kill myself. You won't.
Yeah.
Like they're just, it's just like it turned into a joking subject. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I feel like that's why people don't take it serious. Cause, people joke around and, oh, yeah, kill myself. Or, oh, I'm going to shoot the school up. Because I think one of them, I think they also said he, like, told somebody before about that he was going to shoot the school up. I feel like when they come out with all these details for the mass shooting, I feel like it could have been prevented. They just don't take the right steps because they don't take it serious.
Exactly. And plus, I don't think that, like, to me, I just don't think that people have, like, adapted to this being the norm just yet. Like, I don't feel like cops, like the justice system has, like, seen this as, like, being normalized yet. Because, like, we could go back, like, 10, 15 years ago, and school shootings and stuff wasn't, like, that often. I mean, they still happened, but, like, they weren't as often as they are now. So I feel like the justice system just hasn't adapted to that being the norm yet, so they don't have the right training for it.
Yeah, which I think they should retrain. I think, not just mass shooting. I think cops in general just need to be. I think they need to update the training.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some of them are just not. Like they don't know what to do in certain situations.
And a lot of it's rooted from social media. I mean, you have people that are watching social media. There's signs that can be found in there too. I mean, half of these people they have like Facebook Live shootings where they're shooting them on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
If they have active people, they could have stopped it when they see them starting to freaking load up guns, cocking them, getting ready. Like
The one guy, he's streamed it live on Twitch.
yeah,
Yeah, on Twitch, and I feel like I don't know, somebody could have.
Yeah, but I don't know though, cause freaking, it's just like, I mean, yeah, you could say like that at like the Twitch stream, where the case is not to do it, but like at that point, like they already have their mindset on doing that. So like, I mean, you can still try. It doesn't hurt to try, but like, I know if somebody's telling, like, if I'm like in the middle of doing something and like somebody's telling me that not to do it, I mean, my mind is already committed to doing that action.
It took so everything started at 11. And at 1:06 p.m. they killed him. So he started shooting at 11:30. Then they killed him at 1:06. It's an hour and a half.
with him just doing whatever he wants.
Yeah. He could have easily killed more people in that time.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't, but
A lot more damage could have been done.
what else? I mean, I hope the Lakers get Kyrie. We just need somebody. I'm tired of watching them lose. Every time I open my phone or the game's on or the game is on the night before, I'm like, I wake up in the morning and it's like they lost. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? LeBron dropped like 35 and then nobody else scored. It's ridiculous.
freaking.
This is hard.
Well, did you still want to talk about mental health or what? Did you want to take
Uh,
that subject?
yeah, I feel like I think mental health is not something that a lot of people take serious, whether it's with yourself or somebody else. I think a lot of people try to, or I think they try to like just cope with it in the wrong way sometimes. Like some people cope with it with drugs, which I don't think it makes it. I think it just makes it easier for the time being, but I don't think that's the right way. And I think some people just don't like asking for help. I can be hard headed sometimes and don't want to ask somebody for help. I think it's okay to ask somebody for help.
It's also set with the standards of like being a man.
Yeah,
It's always like, oh, man up.
yeah. I think as a male too, it's just stop being soft.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just like,
Especially in the,
like,
and if like in the military too. It's like you don't be soft, bitch. Just suck it up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, I think the main reason why people like don't ask for help is just because like they feel like when they speak out they not heard.
or they
or
just
just
gonna
made fun of, or
yeah.
called weak, or
yeah. Because I mean everybody doesn't cope with it the same way.
exactly.
Because somebody being called a bitch, you being called a bitch, and somebody else being called a bitch may affect them a different way. You might be like, well, whatever, I don't give a fuck, and then that may actually hurt their feelings, or make them feel some type of way.
Or it could be like the perfect example. You say, "Hey, fuck you" to one guy. Say someone says "fuck you" to me. Okay, whatever. I don't care. But you say "fuck you" to the wrong person, and then you got the next fucking shooting.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're shooting up the school or base or something. But I think it's important to take care of your mental health because you can be physically strong and all this, but I think being able to take care of yourself before anybody else, I think that's what a lot of people. I feel like some people do that, and I think I've done that before. Like try to don't worry about myself before everybody else. Like take care of my mental health and make sure I'm alright.
That's yeah. I feel like people like try to wear this cape and try to be like try to save everybody else. But in the midst of saving everybody else, that you can also, if you're not careful, you can freaking end up falling into a depressed state or whatever the case is. But yeah, people just like people look out for others more than they do themselves, and it hurts them in the long run because people's not gonna be there for you the same way that you be there for them. The majority of the time, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You help everybody else, but when it's like when you need help or something like that, not the same people are not gonna be in your corner for you. So that's the reason why it's very important to look after yourself as well.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like you just can't count like just look at it as like whether you trust a person or not. Just don't. That's maybe not mental, but like don't count. Maybe just in general, whether it's financial or work, just don't count on anybody else. That's for like to support you or take care of something. You gotta be like if I don't do it, then it's not gonna get done.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the mindset that we have to have now because now, I mean, I feel like I feel like most people are being like more vocal, like with their mental state now than it was before. Cause I know like back when probably like when we were like kids, I mean, our parents used to tell us just to, hey, you're a guy, so you better suck that shit up or whatever the case is, and then you be like just damn all fucked up or whatever the case is. But I feel like now that people like have ways to and I mean, internet also freaking plays a big role in that because now more people can be more vocal through like internet and stuff, through the social media and stuff like that. So I feel like we have gotten better with it, but I feel like we could like something that most people could do like a little bit more, like with like on talking about their mental health either. Because I mean, growing up, I mean, you could freaking growing up. I held my stuff in for like a very long time, and like I really never talked to anybody about it because the thing was is that like my mom or like my parents would like call me weak if I was trying to express my feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
So now that like I have like avenues of approach of like when it comes to like social media, sometimes I might post on social media, hey, I'm feeling such way, whatever the case this day. And some people are like, hey, freaking I'm here for you, whatever the case is, and like that's you can get help that way also. But I mean, sometimes people also like reject that help also.
And I think also, like, besides, I mean, if you're not in the military or it doesn't come with your job. I think people don't, or like having therapy or something, like, people just can't afford it. Like, some people can't afford to have therapy or stuff like that, or sit down and talk to somebody because they got 3 jobs and they get no time off, so they're constantly working, so they ain't got no other choice to do what to do.
Well, how do y'all? Okay, so I have a question. One of my guys had asked the question. He's like, "How do y'all feel about men's mental health?" He was like it's not normalized that men talk about what's going on with them.
I think, I don't know, I feel like a lot of men just hold it in because you looked at it as like, don't be weak. You can't, like, men can't cry.
It's like a pride thing.
Yeah, it's a whole
They
lot.
said the standard that, like, as a man, you shouldn't show emotion.
Exactly. Men shouldn't cry. Men shouldn't show their emotions because they will be considered weak.
Yeah, I think it's important for a man or just like a group of men just to like sit down and kind of just, you know, be able to be vulnerable with each other. You know, just talk about if something's going on, you know, how it's affecting them. You know, then the other people can just, you know, weigh in and, like, you know, we're here for you. You know, and just tell them ways to get help.
Exactly. And you'll be surprised at how many other people have like not went through the exact same shit that you did, but like people that similar and that people can help out that way too, because they can tell you what stuff that they did to help them out help them out with that with what they were in at that time or whatever the case is. So like talking about it is like you be shocked at how many people have went through like similar shit or even sometimes even worse.
Yeah.
In the same situation. You just gotta be willing and able to get that help and actually talk about it.
You have anything to say?
One thing I learned, at least with my life, and I didn't grow up with the best things, but what I have learned is that you're never alone in anything you do. If you have thoughts of killing yourself, you're never alone. If you have thoughts of hurting others, you're not alone. I mean, that happened yesterday. I just think that it needs to be more openly accepted. And like, all right, I have an issue. This is how I can go and get my issue fixed and not be judged for it.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like, cause I'm pretty sure all mass shootings are, well, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure most, more than 90%, 95% of mass shootings are from men. So I feel like some of them could have been prevented if they knew, like, people were there to help them. Not like,
Or they reached out to the wrong person and then they got the wrong answer. So like, yeah, that's out of my agenda. Now I'm just gonna go to something else, which turns to more extreme.
Now I'm gonna go hurt other people because of the pain I'm going through.
Somebody else has to feel what
It's not, which is not the solution, because you're right. There's always somebody there for you, whether you know it or not. There is somebody out there cares enough to sit down, listen to you talk, and help you figure out your problems. I just think people need more of like a way to get access to it, or, you know, see that the help is there. Because I don't think people see the help.
Yeah, not a lot of people know because freaking like I never knew anything about like even if like you feel like that you can't talk to your friends about it, whatever the case is, like they have like hotlines and stuff like that out there. I feel like it gets advertised, but like I feel like it doesn't get advertised as much as it should be.
Yeah.
And so like not many people know about suicide hotlines.
Or it gets advertised and people don't realize that.
Yeah, they don't pay attention to it exactly.
Right, or it'll be like on TV. It'll be like a month, like Children's Sexual Assault Awareness Month. It'll be like, oh, we feel so bad for these people. But then you'll have one person post about it, and they really don't care. They just want to be the nice person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or get some like clout or something. But I think also some of the shootings, I feel like, I mean, obviously it has to do with mental health, but people want attention.
Because they didn't have that when they were growing up. Their parents could have probably like pushed them away and didn't really want nothing much to do with them. So like now when they got older, they still didn't feel like they were like loved or like they wasn't like being heard or like seen or whatever the case is. So when they go out and do these shootings or whatever the case is, and they do these crimes or whatever, they want that attention from somebody so they can know that somebody is now seeing them, but it's like in a bad way.
I don't think like, you're gonna get a bunch of media attention, but it's gonna blow over eventually.
Yeah.
Like, nobody really talks about the Columbine shooting anymore, or nobody talks about Las Vegas shooting, like as much like when it actually happened.
Sure, people don't think about it, but you just say Columbine, you say Las Vegas. I know exactly. If somebody knows relatively what happened about it, and it's in remember, it's history. It's unforgettable.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that's not talked about. But I mean, like, what is something that's talked about every day? It's kind of like, oh, the Pats won the Super Bowl like 2-3 years ago. Okay, man, they won the Super Bowl. They won a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I ain't gonna look back and be like, every day, oh wow, Super Bowl 51. Like these guys won. It was like this. But like, if somebody goes back and like, the Tuck rule with the Patriots against the Raiders, like I'll know exactly what happened. But I won't wake up and think that was a fumble, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I like the attention. Like I understand it's for attention, but like, people like obviously it's a part of history, like you said. But like people are gonna forget about it. Move on with their day. Just like when suicide happens. I think it affects. It affects everybody but you, because now you have your parents and friends and family that have to live
knowing that they could have did something.
Yeah. Which I think suicide also another thing that could be prevented, or like if people reach out to people more and they're down.
Yeah. Because it's like now, like the way that like we live now, it's just like people are like all about themselves now. So like people have like oh well, I have such and such going on in my life that I can't reach out to to check up on them and see if they're okay every day and make sure that they're all right every day. And it's not even like that. You can legit, like once a month or whatever the case is, maybe like once a week, and be like, hey, I'm just checking up on you to make sure that everything is good.
Yeah, you
can call me a
text or call,
like legit
something simple.
Yeah, exactly. We legit. Almost damn near everybody has a phone, literally. So like, there's things that you can't do, but people are just like so focused on me and what they're doing, like in this moment.
Like, how I'm gonna get more likes, or how I'm gonna
Exactly.
get more followers, or whatever.
How am I gonna make more money?
How to make more money, exactly. And it's just like all that stuff is gonna eventually go away. Like, and like I mean, like your status or whatever the case is, it's like it's going to eventually like dwindle down. People are really not gonna like be looking 10 years from now and be like, oh shit, he was like the famous person in the world, wherever the case is. Like the people that are your friends and that's like really like your solid friends are the ones that are gonna hold you. But
with these, Nina on my hip. These are mirror jeans, huh? Hollows in this clip, boy, don't play with me. We gon' slide by any means.